Hey y'all, welcome back to Cajun Country Living.
Today we're going to start tackling this pantry. It's 100 degrees, high humidity. I can't think of a better project to be on than one that's in the air conditioning.
We're going to start by hitting the inside of this pantry, which means that we need to take out this threshold. We need to work on some sheetrock stuff. We need to get the walls done in there and then eventually get to the point where we can put our shelves up. But there's a lot of things that we need to get done before we get to that point.
Well, like Lydia said, one of the first things we have to do is cut this 2x4 out in the bottom. What this was the bottom wall plate whenever we built this section of wall. And we wanted to leave that on there until we got it anchored into the concrete so the walls didn't move and they stayed perfectly straight. Well, that's been done, and we just hadn't cut this board out of the way.
On today's feature of Ladley's Snacks.
I had these socks.
Ladley's Snacks.
Yeah.
What do you have? What is that?
Is that a push pop?
Yeah, bushy pop.
Do you like cookies or push pops better?
Well, pop.
Push pops?
Yeah.
How many times did you trip over that?
More times than I'd like to mention. This thing should have been cut out of here months ago.
Whenever it came time to actually build our pantry, I knew that I really wanted to do this corner style of pantry. I've seen this done a lot of times online and I really liked the way that it looked, and Jim said that he did too. So originally it was supposed to be 4 foot out from the wall, but we ended up doing 5 foot, and we are both so glad that we did this because the room that we're gonna have in there allows us to be able to have shelves on all 3 of the sides. Plus, if we both need to be in and out of there, we can, and we're gonna have plenty of room to do so.
Now, if we were going to hang a regular package door in a case, put trim, we wouldn't have to put sheetrock in here. But we built this, not even taking into consideration was there doors available, without having them custom built. Like we said earlier, we're going to build these, and that is going to apply more towards the industrial side of this house. Now, we want a good finished surface to match what we're going to do on the outside of these pantry walls. That's also going to be really cool, and you're going to love it when we get there. So we're going to go ahead and get this sheetrock put on here, get it mudded in. Now look, I bought the little piece that goes up here to make this rounded edge for this archway, and I really know almost nothing about sheetrock, but I forgot these corner pieces, and I'm not driving an hour to go get it. I'm just going to try to use tape and make these corners float as good as possible. Hopefully I can pull it off. We'll just have to see, but I'm going to do my best. We're just getting into learning how to use all these little fancy trim pieces, and this is really cool. It's almost like they're trying to make it idiot-proof for us. I hope it works out that way. Looks kind of like a bonnet, maybe. God bless us, everyone. So we're going to start with what we know, and that's these flat pieces we're going to put on the side. Now, we've watched a couple videos of people making these archways, and it looks really simple. We have no experience doing it, so we know we can get these 2 pieces knocked out fairly quick and get this done and out of the way.
Today's video is sponsored by Beaver. Now, we've worked with Beaver before for our raised garden beds, and just a quick update on those, we have not had one weed come up through their weed barrier. So whenever Beaver said that they wanted to send us their commercial ice maker, we were stoked. Y'all know that we live in southern Louisiana, so that being said, it gets severely hot down here. But there are perks to living in this hot weather. We do get a chance to go to the river all the time, and we get to fish all year round. So being able to use Beaver's ice maker that is high efficiency and has low energy consumption has become an absolute must for us. That being said, something that is mandatory is ice. So you can adjust the ice thickness. It can hold a total of 22 pounds of ice and has a double insulation box design. This ice maker is a low noise ice maker which fits in perfectly for our family. Now, just because we choose to use it in our home, Beaver's ice maker is actually commercial grade as well. And one cycle only takes 8 to 15 minutes, which is 32 pieces. And within 24 hours, you can have 55 pounds of ice. And powers off for 3 to 5 hours to efficiently prevent melting. With multiple functions like ice making reservation, one key cleaning, full ice stop, automatic ice drop reminder, blue light control, and even more, Beaver has created an ice maker that is perfect for any environment. Beaver's ice maker comes with an ice scoop, water pipes, and a water filter. So that means that we can just hook it straight up to our tap water, and from there our ice is going to end up being filtered water. Y'all make sure to use code VVM5OFF to get 5% off on all Beaver products. Beaver's website offers all different types of products from, like I said, weed barriers to ice machines to gazebos. Y'all, they have a little bit of everything, so make sure to go check them out. They are fantastic products, and you can use that link listed in the description below. So y'all head over to the website, make sure to use our code, and thank you Beaver for sponsoring this video.
We got the outside two pieces put in. They're straight, easy install. Although I did crack the corner of that one. So I'm gonna have to do a little repair, a little lipstick on the pig to get that fixed. But now we're moving on to this archway. Now, I've never done this before, like we said earlier, but we have watched some videos. It seems like we say this all the time. We've watched some videos, so I mean, what could go wrong? But anyway, what they did was they cut the back side of this sheetrock in sections and then broke it to where it would lay in this concaved area. Now, a lot of them cut it at different intervals, and I would think that that's probably depending on how steep your arch is. So we're just gonna cut it every inch or two and see what it looks like.
But Jim said that we're just gonna go ahead and break it now.
I don't know what the right answer is. This is all new territory. Okay.
It's getting a good curve to it.
So it does kind of look like what they've done. So maybe we're on the right path. Oop, I think I'm getting a little rough.
That honestly went really smooth, except for at the end whenever I tried to be a little bit of a help. And I thought that I had a line that he had cut and tried to bust that sheetrock, and I did not. So we've got a little bit of a gap on this side above Jim's head, but that's nothing that a little bit of mud can't fix.
Sheetrock, mud, and caulk.
Best friends.
I'm telling you, if they went out of business, this house would probably look awful.
Okay, so next on the agenda, I'm gonna go ahead and prime these walls. Our seams are still showing just a hair inside of this pantry, but I think it's gonna be okay because what we're gonna use to line the inside of the pantry is a thick material, so you won't be able to see those seams anyway. But I do wanna get a layer of Kills primer on there before we do anything, and I think I'm gonna try and get this ceiling textured as well. So now I've used 2 coats of the Kills primer. All that this is a stain blocker and a sealer. So this is what I've been coating all the walls with. If you notice, the outside of the pantry has it on it as well. But I managed to paint the whole time and not get any paint on me, but I always manage. Every time. All because of an armadillo last night, we all got to miss the process of the first few layers of the sheetrock that went up here. Would you like to explain?
You know, it's kind of hard to explain how an armadillo can cause the effect of what you do on sheetrock. So what happened was about 2:30 this morning, somewhere around in there, the dogs discovered an armadillo in the yard. So they thought that it was very important to wake me up so I could go outside to see this armadillo with them. Well, by the time I got back into the house, after checking out the armadillo with the dogs, I was wide awake. So I decided to go ahead and jump in here and start some of this mudding, thinking it might help me get sleepy. For the record, that did not work. I would not suggest trying to do sheetrock mudding to help you go to sleep. That is not a good idea. But this is the first pass, and I think I did pretty good. I didn't have corners. We did install this rounded piece for the edging up top, thank goodness. That was so easy. But these sides, they were pretty rough. But this is the first pass. All I have is fiber mesh tape and these 2 tools. Let me tell you something. These were cheap, and I got those results. If I can do that, man, anybody can do that. These tools make you look like you know what you're doing.
I just can't believe you didn't video the armadillo.
You know what? I was too sleepy to think. I didn't know what was going on. I actually went outside and they were going crazy. And I never even seen the thing. It was because it was digging a hole and right up on top of it before you could see it. It was like nose down and dirt was flying. That's the only reason I seen it. Now, like I said, this is just the first pass. I have at least 2 more passes to go to really get it feathered in and get it smooth. I think I'm off to a good starting point. The rest of it should be cake.
As y'all can see, Jim did not get to the inside in here. First thing that we're gonna do today is he's gonna get in here and finish this up, get this covered up and get the first coat on it. That way, hopefully, we can go ahead and get some more coats done later today and let it dry and get it set and ready to go for our final product in here. So now that Jim has put the first coat on the inside of our pantry, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the ceiling. I decided to go ahead and start on the ceiling before we go ahead and start putting these tiles up because I didn't want to have to worry about trying to clean the mud off the tiles if it got anywhere, and I think it would just be a lot easier to get done before.